Oh, what a spectacle. Billy Porter joins me now. Working last night?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course. Working today.
8 shows a week.
8 shows a week.
2 on Wednesday, 2 on Saturday.
You have to be strong to do that.
It's
You
a
really do.
marathon.
It's such a great show, though, isn't it?
Thank you. It's a great show.
It's a joy to do, I would have thought.
It's a great show, and it's also, you know, it also has a political element
very
to
much
it.
so, very much so.
That makes me feel right in the center of my purpose and my resistance.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know.
Absolutely. You're working with Marisha Wallace, of course.
Marisha Wallace.
Who is just, I mean, that's a match made in heaven. But, weirdly, you wanted to audition for this back in the 90s, didn't you, for the show?
The last revival back in the 90s with Alan Cummings, Sam Mendes directing. It ran on Broadway for about six, 7 years, and I asked to audition. And I was told no, because that's not the story. They said, that's not the story we're telling.
Okay.
And I did some research, and I found a book called Destined to Witness, Growing Up Black in Nazi Germany. And I sent it to the entire creative team.
Did you?
Signed,
we were there.
We were there.
We were there, is that what you actually said?
We were there.
Oh, I love that.
We
I
are
absolutely love
always
that.
there.
Of course.
And my mom, who recently passed away, God rest her soul, she would always say, God's delay is not denial. Right. You know, had I done it then, it wouldn't have the resonance
that it has today.
That it needs today.
Right,
you know, particularly with what America is going through. You know, we get to tell this story from another perspective. 6 million Jews and everybody else.
Yes.
Who wasn't
yes.
Aryan and German.
He was the other.
Anybody who was the other were in those concentration camps.
Absolutely.
So I feel very blessed to be able to tell that part of the story.
It's like America's falling out with us.
Yeah?
It's like, you're not our friends anymore.
I know.
You don't like it, thank you.
I know, I don't like it either.
No.
And it's where we are, and it all belongs, and we have to be present for it.
Yeah.
And we have to find the space to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, and that's where art is very important. That's where musicals, songs, films,
everything.
You know, everything is
You know,
really
Toni
important.
Morrison says this is precisely the time when artists go to work.
Yeah, no, I think that's very true.
You know, art
and make people
heals.
think. Make people think. Absolutely. You are teaming up, you know, talking about people that can make a difference and change with Beverley Knight.
Yes.
Who I have to say has got one of the most beautiful voices. And she's like you. She's one of these performers 100% every single time.
Yes,
you know, she sings from her soul.
Yes.
You know, it's goosebump time. But the two of you are working together, obviously, you know, working together musically, but you're going to be doing the Olivier Awards
Yes,
together.
we're hosting the Oliviers
Wow.
this Sunday. Tune in. I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled to be a part of it. I feel so welcome.
Good.
Welcomed here.
So you should.
You know, it's like the British Tony Awards. You know, like it's a big deal.
It's a massive deal.
It's theater's biggest night.
It really
in
is.
the UK, and I am proud and honored and humbled to be a part of it.
No, it's fantastic. I'm really good. What are you going to wear? Do you know?
I don't know yet. We're still working on it.
Because my goodness
I know it's
me,
coming together.
I mean, we've got a few examples here of the understated. You know, you could have made an effort.
I know I'm not going to be wearing any of this. I have a co-star. This is when I'm by myself. I have a co-star.
That's very respectful.
So we're, you know what I mean?
I do.
We're complimenting each other. I'm not trying to compete with the princess. The queen, I should say.
I think she is the queen.
The queen.
She's graduated on to being the queen. So the two of you are really good mates. You've become very good friends.
Yeah.
She saw you in Pose, of course, which was fabulous. And you're working together. You got single.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great.
What's interesting about this story is that before I came over back in November, her management contacted my management. And a demo had come across her desk of a song that I had sung that didn't make it to my first album back in 1996. And she heard it and she said, that's a young Billy Porter. I want to sing that song with him as a duet. And they called and I said, well, let me get over there because I'm coming over there to do Cabaret.
Yeah.
And before I could even contact her, they had asked us to host the Oliviers together. So talk about the universe. You know, it's like everything is divine order.
It's absolutely
I like to say, and it comes out tomorrow. It's called Never Say Never.
Beautiful.
On all of the platforms. So please, please go and support us.
Oh, it sounds great. It sounds really good. I've had a chance to hear it, and it is, as you would expect, beautiful,
Thank
as you would expect. So you're over here, obviously in Cabaret. How long? How long is that? Well, obviously, we still want to see it. How long is it going to be?
Yeah, so we started in January, and we're in the show. Marisha and I are in the show until May 24th.
Oh, right.
So you still have a couple more months.
We can still do it. We can still do it.
Come on out and see us.
Do you know what? You mentioned your mum.
Yes.
I'm very sorry because your mum, losing your mum is like, I can't believe it. You know,
Yeah,
luckily
it's really
I've still
hard.
got my mum. But she was such a supporter of yours.
Yeah.
Always at your back, always in your corner.
She always had
even when
my
it
back.
wasn't easy for her.
Yeah, yeah. You know, my mother grew up in the Pentecostal church, and you know, we didn't know anything about the arts. Queerness was not really accepted, and I was so blessed. You know, I always say she's the personification of what true Christianity is, because, you know, the Bible says love, period.
Yeah.
And she chose unconditional love. And
For
she
her
chose
boy.
me.
Yes, of course.
And she chose the community. She chose us. And I will be forever grateful. Yeah, it's everything that fuels me in my life.
That's really good, because I always think it's ever so sad that something like religion can rip families apart.
Yeah.
You know, and because we all love our children unconditionally, but we should.
Yeah, we should.
We should, and it doesn't matter.
No.
I can't believe we're talking about it in this
I
day
know,
age,
and
but
I
it shouldn't
always
matter.
say religion is man-made. Spirituality is divine.
Oh, I might have that
Religion.
put on a T-shirt.
Yeah,
Billy.
religion is about power.
Yeah.
Religion is about control. Spirituality is about a connection with the universe. And that's what my mother taught me.
Well, she was an amazing woman, and you are a very wise man.
Oh, thank you.
And I can't wait to see you in the Olivier Awards. It's ITV1 this Sunday from 10:15. You're in Cabaret until the 24th of May.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
obviously working with Beverley on the new single as well. Good grief, there's a lot going on.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Always, always. I'm so blessed.
It's so good to see you.
Thank you.
for
Good to
coming
see you.
in.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great show today. Right,